First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country.
Business Management offers the following courses: Tourism Management, Hospitality Management, Office Management. Embrace the new normal, for First City Provincial College won't stop in providing quality education. Online enrollment is ongoing. The first, the best.
First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country.
Business Management offers the following courses: Tourism Management, Hospitality Management, Office Management. Embrace the new normal, for First City Providential College won't stop in providing quality education. Online enrollment is ongoing. The first, the best.
First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country. First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country.
Office Management offers the following courses: Tourism Management, Hospitality Management, Office Management. Embrace the new normal, for First City Providential College won't stop in providing quality education. Online enrollment is ongoing. The first, the best.
Providential College, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College, Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive, professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country.
Management offers the following courses: Tourism Management, Hospitality Management, Office Management. Embrace the new normal, for First City Providential College won't stop in providing quality education. Online enrollment is ongoing. The first, the best.
First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication envisions to be a center of excellence in the fields of communication. The First City Providential College Bachelor of Arts in Communication program shall produce globally competitive professional communicators equipped with the knowledge, skills, and attitude applied in various contexts with focus on the media professions. Conduct communication and media researches for local and international utilization and publication. Extend sustainable outreach services for people in the community and of the country.
afternoon, everyone. I encourage you to please watch this orientation video up until the end, where we'll be having speakers who will be discussing essential matters for the upcoming school year 2020-2021. First, we'll be having our president, the FCPC president, Dr. Estrella O. Simon, to be followed by the vice president of academic affairs, Dr. Echel Simon Antero, who will be discussing the FCPC Smart Education, to be followed by the FCPC principal, Dr. Cheryl Echanis, and the English coordinator, Miss Cristel Ann Lorenzo, who will be discussing the flexible learning delivery mode, to be followed by Miss Jean C. Donghit, who will be discussing the psychosocial support for the learners. And lastly, we'll be having Miss Anne Michelle Naig, the Dean of the College of Business Management, and that is for the college syllabus and the reciting policy. And again, welcome to our first ever virtual online student and parents orientation for the school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening Collaboration Towards Resilient Educational Community for Lifelong Learning. Let us start with the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by the FCPC vision, mission, and reciting of the program educational objectives.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay tinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagkay mga api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good afternoon, everyone. And to proceed and begin with our vision and mission, FCPCians, please join me in reciting our vision and mission. Vision: First City Providential College shall be a world-class university for lifelong learning. Mission: First City Providential College shall offer relevant and multidisciplinary academic programs to produce lifelong learners who are globally competitive, The First City Providential College Vision and Mission. Vision. First City Providential College shall be a world-class university for lifelong learning. Mission. First City Providential College shall offer relevant and multidisciplinary academic programs to produce lifelong learners who are globally competitive and socially responsible professionals. Produce viable researches for local and international publication and utilization. Implement collaborative and sustainable community extension services. Program educational objectives. FCPC graduates shall show the ability to synthesize knowledge continuously in solving problems for the improvement of life. Perform work responsibly, guided by the institution's core values. Actualize high ethical standards in working singly or collaboratively. Engage in career advancement for professional development. First citizens, the FCPC Loyalty Hymn.
City Provincial College, fair fountain of life, your children hungry over thee, our hearts sincerest thanks, and ordinary hope, rising calmly from social change, those gently first to a precious gem, like God's loving hands, to this beacon be our loyalty, let this be our song of fealty, though how long and far we soar, your memories flames linger on. We will sail to bright destinies, though perilous story seas, singing bravely and bitterly. Our voices proudly sing. FCPC us, FCPC us, ever learning, ever onwards to glorious
Go. I know that you have already missed our very own first ever Bolo Dance Philippines, no other than Balik Now. So without any further ado, to hit our virtual stage, help me welcome the FCPC Balik Now.
Kayo at ako ay kayo. Kayo at ako ay kayo. Ay kayo. Tayo ay tayo malaging saligang lahi ay malaging Four, three, two.
Let us have our opening prayer to be led by teacher Remily Miguel.
Let us bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for your never-ending love and grace, for the blessings you always shower us, for the gift of life that until now we can still worship and praise your name. We firmly believe without you, O Lord, we cannot do anything. So we ask for your guidance for the success of this program that we will be doing. Bless everyone with an open heart. Give the wisdom and knowledge to the speakers. Make them good instruments in sharing their expertise for the success of this coming school year. May you be our strength in facing the challenges of this new normal that the pandemic had brought in our life. Spare us also from harm so that we can continue serving our clients, our parents, and students you have entrusted us. Forgive us, O Lord, for our shortcomings. This we ask in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, teacher Remily. First City Providential College is indeed thankful and grateful because you are still choosing us in helping you and be your partner as we mold our children to be the future lifelong learners of this society. And to give us a message, let us have the very dynamic president of the First City Providential College. Let us have Dr. Estrella O. Simon.
Pagkakaisa ang kailangan natin ngayon. Flexibility is the wise response of First City Providential College in this dynamic pandemic to conform with the learning continuity policy of Department of Education and Commission on Higher Education. Commitment of FCPC's School Governing Board and Administration to sustain effective instruction has motivated the teaching and non-teaching personnel to work collaboratively for the development of distinct flexible learning materials to attain the vision, mission, program educational objectives of our dear First City Providential College, even in this time of uncertainties. Lifelong learners who are globally competitive and socially responsible professionals have this perspective. Learning is not only for 60 seconds, 60 minutes, 60 hours, 60 days, 60 months, 60 years. Learning is forever, with humility to learn good things in every instance. FCPC has to continuously provide quality education to produce quality graduates who will be the professionals, workforce to accelerate economic progress of the Philippines and to attain academic excellence and moral excellence trust of FCPC. We implement instructional design for effective instruction through plan, do, check, act process. Outcomes-based education, OBE. Learner-centered teaching, LCT. Mastery of essential knowledge, skills, and attitudes, KSA. Survey taken from the educational community are useful to plan, do, check, and act for continuous improvement programs of First City Providential College. The planning is vital in developing FCPC teaching learning plans and learning modules for the flexible learning of this academic year. Creating standards and guidelines in framing TLPs and LMs has made the tasks easy and doable within the time frame. Ang mga faculty members, framers ng ating mahal na paaralan ay nakagawa na ng flexible learning materials para sa online at on-site students sa subjects ng buong first semester. At sa kasalukuyan, nag-upload na po sila sa NEO na ito ang learning management system ng First City Providential College. We implement relevant curriculum program in First City Providential College through outcomes-based education, OBE, giving emphasis on the performance of students to show evidence of achieving the intended learning outcomes. And outcomes are performances of students. Like in FCPC, we conduct annual OBEX, outcome-based exposition, for students exhibit their understanding on a set of knowledge and apply to create ideas in solving a problem in given group or community. In distance learning, even without physical learning encounter, the FCPC students will surely enjoy learning doing performances which show transfer of learning through varied ways of assessments. My dear students, you will still enjoy JECA, Group Enrichment Creative Activities, your favorite portion in the teaching learning process of First City Providential College in every lesson. In learner-centered teaching, LCT, the learners are doers of learning, performers of learning, and therefore be able to construct meaning to attain the learning outcomes at the end of an experience, subject, and program. Learning is systematic and organized, facilitated by the teachers and with the support of parents for our dear students enjoy FCPC way of learning. To achieve the mastery of needed knowledge, skills, and attitudes, which are based on DepEd and CHED list of essential learning competencies, FCPC has unique way of teaching our students and has enhanced the learning activities to develop must-have skills of the fourth industrial revolution era, namely communication, critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and other must-have cognitive or hard skills, non-cognitive or soft skills for them to be future-proofed, useful individuals anywhere, anytime, and always. They will not become obsolete, for they will carry out the FCPC core values, mission, vision, and program educational objectives to show their ability to solve problems and ability to render service, being valued by the given culture. School year 2020-2021 theme guides us. We, the members of the FCPC educational community, to be resilient and accept, embrace the new normal with inspiration that our students today are the future professionals and workforce who will contribute for the economic progress of the country and attain the national development goals of our dear Philippines. Like the soaring eagle, a symbol of FCPC, let us collaboratively join together as one in producing agile FCPCians who have right attitude, growth mindset for success, intelligence for better work, lifelong skills, and therefore become ethical, efficient, and effective individuals, future-ready graduates for God, country, and humanity, anywhere, anytime, and always.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Can I proceed? Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Sana po ay nasa mabuti po kayong kalagayan, kayo po at ang inyo pong buong pamilya. Para ako po ay makapagsimula, nais ko po sanang i-share ang aking screen. Tuwing gigising po ako sa umaga ay nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos na ako at ang aking buong pamilya ay buhay, malusog at ligtas. Now more than ever, we have proven that our ultimate lifeline is our family. The care, support, and love of and from our family help us cope with the challenges posed by the pandemic. Marami po sa atin ang nag-work from home, katulad ko po. Work from home has its advantages and disadvantages, lalo na kapag makukulit na po ang mga anak natin habang tayo ay nakikipag-Zoom meeting sa ating boss. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa FCPC dahil binigyan po nila kami ng pagkakataon na mag-work from home. Between advantages and disadvantages, definitely, the advantages significantly outweigh the disadvantages. Mas marami tayong teachable moments sa ating mga anak. Yung mga maliliit nating anak ay natuturuan natin ng mga bagong skills tulad ng pagkanta at pagtulong sa mga gawaing bahay. Ang mga dalaga at binata naman nating anak ay nakakausap natin ng masinsinan tungkol sa kanilang mga saloobin sa mga issues na nakikita nila sa lipunan. Ngunit, ang iba po sa atin, katulad po ng aking asawa, ay hindi akma ang work from home dahil kabilang sila sa workforce na hindi talaga maaaring gawin ang trabaho sa bahay. Ang tanging magagawa ko na lamang po sa tuwing papasok po ng trabaho ang aking asawa ay manalangin na makabalik siya sa aming tahanan ng malusog at ligtas. When is the opening of classes? Kahapon po, ito ay napaka-importanting katanungan. Noon po kami ay bago mag-rehearsal, general rehearsal para po dito sa ating orientation, ito po ang bumulaga sa amin. Hayaan niyo pong sagutin ko ang katanungang ito. Magsisimula po ako sa pagsasabi na ang First City Providential College ay isang higher educational institution or HEI. At ayon po sa direktiba ng Commission on Higher Education, ang mga HEIs ay maaaring sundin ang rolling opening of classes. Binigyan ng authority ang mga higher educational institutions na magbukas sang-ayon sa ating pangangailangan at kalagayan. Kaya naman po, ang college opening of classes ay mananatili po sa August 26. Paano naman po ang basic education? Ayon naman po sa pahayag ni Secretary Briones kahapon, ang mga basic education units na naka-attach sa isang higher educational institution ay maaaring mag-proceed sa pagbubukas ng klase at ito ay igagalang ng DepEd. Kaya naman po, pinag-isipan po namin itong mabuti, ikinonsider po namin, of course, ang readiness ng ating paaralan at ang kalagayan po ng ating mga guro at non-teaching staff. Kaya po ang napagpasyahan po na pagsisimula ng klase ng basic education ay mananatili po na August 24 for senior high school and August 25 for K-10. Ngayon, ang dapat po nating sagutin, tayo po ba ay handa? Are we ready? We are ready. We are ready because we support each other. This is a collective effort of the First City Providential College community. Each member of the FCPC community complements and supplements each other. The system that we have right now is a work in progress. We know that. This is the basic principle of continuous improvement. We always say that we are the first and we are the best. But being the best is not our final destination. We are always in a journey of making our best better. How did we prepare for the transition to flexible learning? We can see in this timeline the events that happened starting from the time that we closed the second semester of school year 2019-2020. Planning is very essential. It took us 2 weeks to craft all the necessary policies and guidelines on how we will transition to flexible learning. On May 5, we started training our teachers. We focused on the upskilling of teachers so that they can write good teaching learning plan and good learning modules. There were several trainings and we continuously trained them for 3 months. After training the teachers, we started uploading the lessons to the NEO learning management system last August 3. We are currently printing the learning modules to be given to the offline students. The system that we will implement starting this school year is called the FCPC Smart Education. At the heart of this framework is the student. The FCPC Smart Education is centered on the best interest of the students. Student-centeredness is our guiding principle in designing the teaching learning plan, learning modules, class schedule, and even student co-curricular activities. From the long list of learning management systems that were presented to the administrators and teachers of FCPC, the NEO learning management system stood out, and it was chosen because of its flexibility, and teachers have more legroom in designing the lessons to be more student-centered rather than using single source and rigid content that is offered by other learning management systems. Smart education in FCPC is nimble and agile. It is responsive to the changing needs of the students by tracking their performance real time. And most of all, it is responsive to the technological capabilities of the students, and it can innovate to suit the different learning delivery modes chosen by the student and his family. So what is a smart school? The DepEd Order number 13, also known as the Readiness Assessment Checklist for Learning Delivery Modes in the Learning Continuity Plan of Private School, enumerated the non-negotiables that a private school must possess to be prepared for the different learning delivery modes. We complied all the non-negotiables and submitted our report to the division office last July 13. These are the most essential areas of compliance based on the DepEd Order number 13 that we have. Network infrastructure, learning management system, interactive learning activities or the content, digitally equipped human capital, and student devices. If a school possesses all of these, is it already a smart school? More important than the physical facilities, a smart school should have empowered teachers who can reasonably decide based on real-time data of student performance. What do teachers decide on? They need to decide based on data of formative assessment if they can proceed to the next lesson. She needs to decide who among her students should be given remediation and needs more follow-up lessons so that the students can catch up. She also needs to decide who among her students are really doing well and may be given enrichment lessons to reach the students' fullest potential. Through the NEO Learning Management System, our teachers are empowered to make these crucial decisions based on real-time data. The teachers can identify immediately who among her students are struggling with specific competencies. Intervention will be more specific to the need of individual students. The use of the NEO Learning Management System will give more opportunities to teachers to monitor student performance to help them succeed. Since 1984, FCPC has been implementing the Mastery Learning Model or Mastery Learning Technique, MLT for the teachers. The learning activities cycle from instruction to guided practice to feedback using authentic assessments. The data needed by the teachers to implement the MLT is automatically generated by the NEO Learning Management System. Throughout the mastery learning cycle, the teacher can monitor student performance, and teachers are better equipped to help students achieve deeper learning. This ensures that attainment of the student outcomes, and it ensures that students succeed as lifelong learners, equipped with the essential knowledge, skills, and attitudes. In the midst of the pandemic, and actually even after the pandemic, our children are living in a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. We have to teach them how to navigate this VUCA world by empowering them with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that will help them succeed in this ever-changing world. Once again, good afternoon to everyone, and thank you very much.
There you have it. Thank you so much to our very own FCPC Vice President for Academic Affairs and Research, no other than Dr. Etchel Simon Antero. And now, for us to move on with our second discussion, to be spearheaded by FCPC Guidance Counselor, Ms. Jean C. Danghit for Psychosocial Support for Learners.
Isang mapayapa at ligtas na hapon po sa lahat ng nakikibahagi sa ating Parents Orientation. Salamat po sa inyong pagsama at pakikipagtulungan sa ating paghahanda para sa pag-aaral ng ating mga anak. Marami mang pagbabago at di kasiguraduhan sa ating paligid dahil sa pandemyang nararanasan ng buong mundo sa kasalukuyan. Isa po ang masasabi nating tiyak. Ipagpapatuloy natin ang ating layunin na mabigyan ng may kwalidad na edukasyon ang ating mga anak. Mas magiging madali po ito kapag tayo ay nagkaisa na tulungan ng mga bata, alalayan sa kanilang mga pangangailangan at gawain upang sila ay magtagumpay sa edukasyon at sa kanilang kinabukasan. Sabi nga po, we are one team. During this time of crisis, everyone is affected, even our children. That is why it is important that we give them psychosocial support. We have to make them feel that even though it is physically unsafe outside because of COVID-19, they can be emotionally safe with us. They can be calm and at peace. They can reach and connect with us. They can have the self-efficacy or belief that they can accomplish the task in spite of the negativities and uncertainties surrounding us. They can still find hope because we are with them, ready to assist and help them in facing challenges. Parent engagement with student distance learning is important, be it online or offline. Students should see their parents as their greatest cheerleaders and coaches, knowing that the coach won't be misleading or overly positive, but constructive and goal-oriented. As parents, you have to set the standards at home. We have to support our children by setting the pace, creating a physical space intended for learning, and continue to encourage them. Maglaan po tayo ng kahit maliit na space o area sa ating tahanan na may silya at may mesa. Dahil formal pa rin naman po ang edukasyon kahit nasa bahay. Kung pwede po sa isang space na hindi siya magagambala para mas tahimik at makapag-focus ang ating mga anak. Mamaya po, magbibigay ng halimbawa ang ating school principal ng schedule. Mahalaga po na bilang mga magulang, katuwang ang ating mga anak, ay magkaroon sila ng time management. Mahalaga na alam nila at magabayan natin sila sa pagsunod ng schedule ng kanilang klase. Magkaroon sila ng tiyak na oras sa paggagawa ng requirements at pagsagot nila ng mga assessments na kahit nasa bahay ang pag-aaral, dapat may tamang oras ng pagtulog at iwasan ang pagpupuyat sapagkat may klase po kinabukasan. Kung mas makakatulong po siguro, mas maaaring may maganda kung meron tayong paskel sa dingding o kahit reminder sa cellphones ng schedule ng dapat nilang gawin. The teachers and the parents should work together to help our children to develop a growth mindset. When we say mindset, we're talking about the way we think, how we look at things. Dahil sabi nga po ng pag-aaral, the way we think affects our feelings and our actions. So times like this that we are experiencing crisis and our students shall be having either online or offline learning, we have to help them to have a mindset that they have to exert effort in their studies, even though they are not in face-to-face interaction with their classmates and teachers. Bilang mag-isang mag-aaral po, kailangan masanay ang ating mga anak ng pagkakaroon ng growth mindset kesa sa fixed mindset. Ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng dalawa? Ang tao po, nakikita natin sa script, ang tao na may fixed mindset ay umiiwas sa mga hamon o challenges, takot magkamali at hindi tumatanggap ng mga feedback at payo. Subalit, ang taong may growth mindset ay handang matuto at magpaturo. Na bagamat may mga hirap na dinadaanan o pagkakamali, handa siyang bumangon at harapin ang pagkakamali. Huwag po nating hayaan ang ating mga anak na sabihin ang ganitong mga halimbawang kataga. Ang hirap eh. Hindi ko talaga kaya. Ayoko, okay na to. Ayoko makarinig ng feedback. Nakaka-offend. Bagkus, dapat mas masanay at ugaliin nila ang mga katagang, ang hirap nito, pero gagaling ako. Di pa ako marunong, pero gusto kong matuto. Kaya ko rin yan, basta mag-e-effort ako. As parents, we have to praise our children for their effort and hard work, not merely praise them because of their smartness or talent. By this, we make them realize that they can succeed in their studies and even in their lives, not because of their intelligence or abilities, but because they have exerted effort and that they worked hard for it. They may experience mistakes or have not yet mastered something, but through diligence and perseverance, they will surely learn it and succeed on it. Alam niyo po, sa mga panahon na katulad na to, lahat ng tao dapat magkaroon ng growth mindset. Maging bukas ang isip na sa kabila ng kahirapan at krisis, kailangan tayong mag-adjust. We have to face the new normal. This is our situation now. But it would not stop us to help your children reach their goals in life and to receive the best quality education that they truly deserve. Makikita po natin na sa bawat lesson po ng ating mga anak, kasama po ang pagbibigay namin ng growth mindset questions sa sasagutan nila na 6 facets of understanding questions upang masanay po sila na magkaroon ng reflection o assessment kung paano pa nila mas mapapabuti ang kanilang mga sarili, ang kanilang mga kasanayan. But aside from that, the Guidance Services Office of FCPC shall also be conducting tele and web counseling to our students para magkaroon po sila ng pagkakataon na magabayan just in case meron po silang mga difficulties o mga kailangan po natin silang matulungan para mas lalo silang mag-exert ng kanilang effort sa kanilang pag-aaral. Bukod po doon, meron din po kaming mga homeroom sessions or homeroom classes, particularly by the class advisors para mas lalong mapagtuunan ang mga concerns ng ating mga anak sa pag-aaral nila. Alam niyo po, one of the major trusts of FCPC aside from academic excellence is moral excellence. That is why, even though we are not in face-to-face interaction with our students, we still give importance to discipline. The school has prepared flexible learning standards, both for online and offline students, so that they will be guided with the rules and standards they have to follow as they enjoy the journey of learning. Ang mga standards po na ito ay ibabahagi mamaya sa bahagi ng ating punong guro at ng ating English coordinator. At nakalagay na rin po ito sa NIO account ng inyong mga anak, kaya parati po nila itong maaalala. Mga magulang, makakaasa po kayo na tayo ay magkatuwang kasama ang inyong anak para masigurado na sila ay matututo ng mga kaalaman, kasanayan at kaugalian na magagamit nila sa kanilang pagtahak sa kanilang buhay. At nagpapasalamat po kami sa patuloy na pagtitiwala niyo sa ating paaralang First City Providential College. Kami po ay kaagapay ninyo. Sabi nga ng United Nations, we are in this together and we will get through this together. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
There you have it, first citizens, and thank you so much to our very dynamic FCPC guidance counselor, Ms. Jean Danghit, for our psychosocial support for learners. To all our live streamers on our YouTube, alam ko po na marami po kayong katanungan, so please, later after our orientation proper, we will be addressing questions regarding the topics that we have discussed this afternoon. And of course, sa lahat po ng mga nagtatanong about their NEO LMS account, username and password, meron na po tayong available na hotline for your inquiries. And of course, yan po ay available sa ating marquee na nakikita po ninyo sa ibaba ng inyong live stream monitor. Maraming salamat. And now, we will now move on with one of the highlights of today's Students and Parents Orientation. And that will be our flexible learning delivery mode to be discussed by our FCPC principal, Dr. Cheryl Echanis, and our English coordinator, Ms. Cristel Ann Lorenzo.
Isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat, mga minamahal naming magulang at mga mag-aaral. Alam po namin excited na kayong lahat para sa pagsisimula po ng ating pasukan. It is really a big challenge for all of us in the academe to embrace the new normal in education. We are used to the earlier ways of learning and now transitioning to e-learning. Nasanay na po tayo sa face-to-face interaction in the classroom. Although our students are Gen Z learners o tinatawag po nating digital natives, marami pa rin po tayong adjustment sa magiging paraan ng pag-aaral ng ating mga anak. Sa inilabas pong DepEd Order last June 19, nakasaad po ang iba't ibang learning modalities in distance learning, kagaya ng online, offline, or modular. In online distance learning, there will still be face-to-face interaction between the teacher and the students. Hindi na nga lang po sa actual classroom, kung hindi sa tinatawag na po nating virtual classroom, kung saan live na nakapag-uusap ang mga guro at mag-aaral. Kaya naman po ang ating mga guro ay inihanda naming mabuti to facilitate the virtual teaching. In FCPC, we make sure that students will have clear and deep understanding of the lesson through vivid lesson presentation, interactive class discussion, real-time feedbacking, unique learning activity flow per subject, at syempre po ang actual learning experience ng ating mga anak. In virtual classes, maaari po itong gawing synchronous or asynchronous. Synchronous po ang tawag kapag live po na nag-uusap ang guro at mga mag-aaral through video conferencing apps like Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, at iba pa pong application. Dito po ay sabay-sabay ang pag-aaral ng ating mga estudyante. Kapag naman po asynchronous, maaari pong ma-access ng mag-aaral ang recorded video, audio, at iba pa pong learning activities sa pamamagitan ng kanilang learning management system na kahit po magkakaibang oras. Ito po ay self-paced. Pwede niya pong balikan ang learning content at exercises upang lubos po itong maunawaan. In FCPC, we have a definite schedule and flow of synchronous and asynchronous sessions. Ito po ay makikita nyo rin sa Neo LMS content ng inyong mga anak. Mula po sa session 1 to session 3, ay guided na po ang ating mga mag-aaral kung ano-ano ang kanilang learning activities. Halimbawa na lang po, sa session 1 po nila, ito po ang simula ng kanilang synchronous class. Karaniwan po ito ay umaabot po ng 40 minutes sa bawat subject. So ganun pa rin po, para po ma-feel pa rin po nila yung actual learning experience sa classroom, we'll still have our prayer, at yung presentation po ni teacher and articulation of the purpose and objectives of the lesson. And of course, yung kanila pong formative assessment. So doon po natatapos ang ating session 1 for synchronous class. Pagdating naman po ng session 2, ay magkakaroon pa rin po dito ng lesson presentation na maari pong audio o pwede rin pong video recording na rin po ni teacher para po lalo pa po nilang maunawaan ng kanilang aralin. At magbibigay po muli ng formative assessment si teacher. At ganun din po ng mga takdang aralin. At sa huling session po, para sa isang lesson na asynchronous pa rin po, gamit ang kanilang Neo LMS account, dito na po sila magsasagot ng kanilang learning assessment 6 facets of understanding questions, at syempre po susulat na po sila ng kanilang year or explanation, application, and reflection about the topic or lesson na kanilang na-discuss. At syempre po ito yung kanilang gustong-gustong gawin ng mga mag-aaral natin. They really want to collaborate using the Group Enrichment Creative Activity o GECA. At sa panghuli po ng Session 3 ay magbibigay po ng takdang aralin ang mga guro para po kanila na pong pag-aralan. Ang susunod po nilang aralin o yung overview of the next lesson. Para naman po sa mga pumili ng online at hybrid delivery mode, ano po ba ang device na inyong gagamitin? Marami pong nagtatanong. You don't have to worry, our dear parents and students, because Neo LMS supports any gadget with internet connectivity. So mahalaga lang po na matiyak na tayo ay mayroong internet connection. Paano po ba ang magiging scheduling of classes natin in online learning? I have here examples for senior high school, elementary, and junior high school. As you can see, Saturday is included. Opo, kasama po ang Saturday or Sunday sa DepEd school calendar. We arrange and divide the subjects per day to avoid very long exposure and screen fatigue of students in using their gadgets. Kung makikita nyo po sa grade 12, sample po sa ABM class, hinati po namin sa tig-3 subjects bawat araw ang schedule nila. Kaya yung 3 subjects po nila, yung unang 3 subjects po nila, ay ititake po nila for 2 days. Then ganun din po ang other subjects. Layunin din po nito na mas makafocus or makakonsentrate sila sa mga subjects nila. Dati po kasi 8 to 9 subjects sila per day compared to 3 to 4 subjects lang ngayon kada araw. Actually po sa pre-kindergarten at kindergarten, ginawa lang po naming 2 subjects sila kada araw. Dahil base po sa research, dapat po ay less lang ang time ng exposure nila sa gadgets. So in every grade level, we also have weekly calendar of synchronous and asynchronous sessions. So makikita niyo po sa aming ginawang weekly calendar for grade 1 to 3. So every day po, nakaspecify na po kung sila po ay magsisynchronous or asynchronous. Para hindi po sabay-sabay na sa isang araw po, buong period sila o buong araw sila na naka-online. So ganyan po ang ating ginawang arrangement. So tingnan din po natin ang sa junior high school. For grade 7 to 10, makikita nyo rin po na nasa maximum of 4 subjects lang po tayo at ibibigay na rin po namin ang schedule ng synchronous and asynchronous classes po nila para po mas guided ang ating mga mag-aaral sa kanilang gagawing pag-aaral. Ano-ano pa po ba ang preparation na dapat nating gawin for online learning? Kung ang gagamitin pong device ay mga mobile devices, kagaya po ng smartphone o tablet, you need to download the Neo application sa Play Store. At tatandaan lang po natin ang link na gagamitin natin. Yun po yung firstcityprovidentialcollege.neolms.com. At kung laptop o desktop naman po, just type the link in the web browser to log in your username and password. Mamaya po ipapakita yan sa atin ni Teacher Cristel. At this point, we will have a run-through of the Neo LMS content and its special features. Ang bawat subject po ay may syllabus kung saan mababasa na po ng ating mga mag-aaral ang course description at learning outcomes. Ganun din po, nakapaloob na rin po dyan sa syllabus, sa bawat unang lesson po nila sa bawat subject, yan po ang una nilang makikita na laman ng kanilang Neo LMS account. Makikita na rin po ang course coverage o yung mga topics of the lessons, learning competencies sa bawat lesson, gayon din po ang inihandang mga assessment na nakafocus po sa authentic at performance-based assessment. Diyan din po ay makikita na ng ating mga mag-aaral ang kanilang performance task mula po sa first quarter hanggang fourth quarter. Maging ang grading system po ng bawat subject ay makikita na po natin at malinaw na nakapaloob sa atin pong syllabus. We believe that our students are the doers and owners of learning. They have to read in advance and prepare themselves in doing learning activities as lifelong learners. Now, there are 7 lessons per subject in every quarter. Yan po yung makikita natin mamaya sa ating NEO LMS account. Now, every lesson is divided into 3 sessions at iisa-isahin po yan mamaya. Now, we will also show you how can we monitor and give immediate feedbacks to students in using the NEO LMS from their attendance, assignments, and other activities through notifications, chats, and forums. Teacher Cristel and Lorenzo, our English coordinator, will give us the details of how do we maximize the use of NEO LMS account of your child. Let us now listen to Teacher Cristel.
Good afternoon, everyone. Allow me to show you how you can access the student's NEO LMS account as well as the content of the lesson. Sa ngayon po, napakahalaga ng email address. Kinakailangan po na personal ang bawat email na ito. At bawat isa po sa atin ay dapat pong meron nito. Because using this personal email address, we can receive messages and updates from the school. Moving on, for you to log in using your laptop or desktop, go to the web browser and type firstcityprovidentialcollege.neolms.com and you will be directed to FCPC portal. Just simply click the login button, then proceed typing your user ID and password. You will see the classes or subjects in your particular level. You can see your username in the upper right part of the screen. You may upload your profile picture to personalize your account. In this example, you can see all the subjects in the particular grade level. For you to see the content of each subject, click on the subject you want to open. For example, I will choose Science 4. You will see now all the lessons of the first quarter. For each lesson, different sections are used to guide you in doing series of activities. In the first lesson, the syllabus is uploaded. All the resources in the NEO LMS can be downloaded, but it is for FCPC students' use only. At bago po magsimula ang Learning Session 1, dapat ay nabasa na nila ang nilalaman ng lesson overview at nasagutan ng mga essential learning skills exercises. Each lesson is composed of 3 sessions. Session 1 is for virtual learning session. The teacher will conduct live video conferencing via Zoom, Skype, Google Meet, and other web conferencing applications. The link is also posted here in the NEO LMS. And in synchronous learning session, the teacher and students will have interactive discussion of the lesson. For sessions 2 and 3, may mga recorded videos na maaaring panoorin upang lalo pang maunawaan ang aralin. Kinakailangan ding ipagpatuloy ng mga mag-aaral ang mga gawaing inihanda ng guro. Teacher gives the complete instructions and guide questions on the things that they have to do. Ang session 3 po ay ang panghuling bahagi ng aralin, kung saan sasagot po sila ng learning assessment, 6 phases of understanding questions, and clear or explanation, application, and reflection notes. Gayun din po ay magkakaroon ng pangkatang gawain o JECA. Dito rin po ay makikita ang takdang aralin na kailangan na nilang basahin ang lesson overview at sagutan ng ELS para sa susunod na aralin. Para naman po sa magiging sistema ng pagmomonitor sa academic performance ng ating mga mag-aaral, narito po ang iba't ibang features ng ating NEO LMS. First is our attendance monitoring. The teacher checks the attendance of the class during synchronous classes. They can be marked as present, absent, arrived late, or left early. The students can see and monitor their own attendance in every class. Just simply click on attendance, and summary of one's attendance will appear. Kasama po sa feature ng ating LMS ang built-in messaging system, announcement, and notifications. Teachers can post announcements for the class, and students can see the announcement in their newsfeed and also in their personal messaging part. Because aside from that, they will be notified every time there is an announcement. They just have to click on the class announcement notification to personally see the announcement. Bukod po sa announcement, maaari pong mag-personal na mapadalhan ni teacher ng message ang kanyang mga estudyante. At immediately po, the students will be notified. They just have to click on the notification button. Then view the message sent by the teacher. And we are encouraging them to reply for them to acknowledge the receipt of the personal message. Paano naman po kung si student ang gusto magpadala ng mensahe sa kanyang teacher? Simple lamang po, hanapin po ang users button, then click on teachers. Dito po ay makikita ang pangalan ng kanyang mga guro, piliin ang gurong nais padalhan ng mensahe, at i-click ang message button na nasa upper right corner. You may type the message and click the send button. The teachers are also receiving the sent messages in real time. As you would see, it appears to the notification section of the teacher's account. The teacher reads the message from the student and will reply to it as soon as possible. Another important feature of NEO is the assessment and grading portion. The students answer and submit personalized assignments. They can also post answers using discussion type and collaborate with peers or classmates using team kind of activity. Teachers can monitor students' academic records using the gradebook feature. Sa bawat pagsagot po ng mga pagsasanay, automatic po na nare-record sa LMS ang grades or scores ng ating mga estudyante. Gayun din po naman ay nakikita namin kung kailan sila nag-submit ng kanilang mga output. Kasama rin naman po sa feature ng ating assessment ay yung mastery of competencies, wherein we can see what particular competency was not attained and was attained by the students. And from there, if there are competencies that was not attained, remediation would come in. O paano naman po ang pag-grade ni teacher sa iba pang mga assignments? Mayroon po tayong mga rubrics na magsisilbing gabay sa paggagrado katulad ng sample na nasa screen. At sa pamamagitan po ng mga rubrics na ito, personalized pa rin pong mache-checkan ni teacher ang bawat output. Sa screen po ay makikita ninyo ang example kung saan mayroon pong score at comment section. Ikiklik lamang po iyan ni teacher upang mabuksan ang output, mag-gradean at mabigyan ito ng komento. On screen po is a sample output, score, and teacher's comment. Once the teacher is done grading the assignment, the student will receive a notification. The student can view the grade and comments of the submitted outputs. They just have to click the View Your Submission button. Narito po ang isang halimbawa kung saan makikita ng estudyante ang kanyang grado. And the last part of my presentation is the calendar feature of the NEO elements. Given all the tasks for each class, one thing we have to teach our students is time management. And for sure, the calendar feature will help them out in doing such. All activities are actually automatically marked in the calendar of the students. We have here weekly calendar, and we also have the monthly calendar. Maraming salamat po. Hanggang dito na lamang po ang aking presentasyon at ipagpapatuloy po ni Teacher Sheng ang pagtalakay sa Modular Distance Learning.
Thank you, Teacher Cristel. We will now proceed to the offline or modular mode. All learning modules are free. Wala pong additional payment for that. And even our NEO LMS account na binigay po natin sa mga estudyante natin ay free po lahat yan. Wala po tayong additional payment. The printed materials will be used by our student when we talk about modular mode. So sila po ang gagamit ng mga tinatawag nating learning modules. So allow me to show you an example of the content of the learning module. So from lesson content, the activities, and even the formative assessment, kompleto na po ang ating material to make sure that the students are on task doing all the activities with the guidance of the parents or guardians when needed. So tingnan niyo po mabuti, isa-isahin po natin. Ito po ay isang lesson lamang po. Pero makikita niyo po na napakaraming inihandang activities ang atin pong guro para sa isang aralin. Para po matiyak na talagang mauunawaan po nila ang kanila pong mga aralin. So, dyan na rin po sila mismong sasagot sa module na ibinigay. For sure po, ay itatanong ninyo kung kailan at paano na po ang ating distribution at submission ng learning modules. Narito po ang magiging schedule natin para po sa unang distribution ng ating mga modules. Ngayon pong sa darating pong Sabado, August 22, next Saturday na po yan, ipamimigay po natin o i-distribute na po natin ang first 2 learning modules nila. Kaya kailangan po nating sundin ang schedule na ito. Mauuna po ang grade 11. So 8 a.m. po ang start po ng distribution natin. For grade 12 students, 10 a.m. For kinder to grade 6, 1 p.m. Grade 7 to 10 po ay 3 p.m. So, magiging weekly submission po ang ating learning module. Sa mga susunod po nilang modules, all the class advisors will inform them of the schedule. Huwag po kayong mag-alala dahil tapos na po ang learning modules natin ng first at second quarter. Actually po, sa senior high school, tapos na lahat ng subjects sa ating first and second semester. Ganyan po tayo kahanda sa FCPC. Dumako naman po tayo sa magiging co-curricular at extracurricular activities natin for this school year. For every quarter, we prepare set of activities ng implementation pa rin po ay online platform. Hanggat wala po tayong advisory from DepEd and of course sa IATF, DOH, and Office of the President. So sa first quarter activities, meron pa rin po tayong student government election for senior high school. Ganun din po for junior high school, may student council election pa rin po tayo. And for college, the Supreme Student Council. So lahat po ng ito ay gagawin online. At ngayon po, sa mga estudyante natin na nakikinig ngayon, ongoing na ang submission ng application form para sa mga interested na mag-join sa Student Council. Then we will also have peer facilitators orientation. Okay, another activities that we have for the first quarter. Ayan po, magkakaroon pa rin po tayo ng kumustahan sessions sa mga FCPCians for our students para malaman po natin kung ano pa po yung kanilang mga concerns. Then we also have other activities like club orientation because our school has many orientation activities. Ayan. And then we also have web counseling or webinars for students. Ito po yung nabanggit na sa atin ni Teacher Jean kanina. Okay, for the second quarter, yan, magkakaroon po tayo ng parenting seminar. So ito po ay para sa ating mga magulang. Then we will also have a cooking lesson. Yeah? So marami pa po tayong activities na pinropose na po ng ating mga clubs and organizations sa ating pong school. Then we will also have series of seminars and webinars, career guidance week, and every quarter po magkakaroon tayo ng web counseling or webinar for students. On the third quarter, so every quarter po mapapansin nyo po, meron po tayong ika-conduct na parenting seminar for parents, of course, and yung ating po mga estudyante, magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng mga symposiums and again, counseling sessions or kumustahan sessions. Then for the fourth quarter, yan, although busy na po tayo dahil end of school year na yan, but still, we will conduct series of webinars for senior high school and other levels po natin. Yan. So all students will be given another orientation starting this Monday. Kaya ito po ay simula pa lang po ng ating orientation. But for students, we have specialized program for you using the NEO LMS account. So ito po yung magiging schedule natin on Monday. So day 1, our focus of the orientation will be how to use and navigate the NEO LMS. And of course, there would be security awareness in using online platform. For day 2 natin, growth mindset. Then we'll also have the flexible learning standards, other school rules, and student activities. Day 3, we'll have mental health awareness and COVID-19 health protocols. And after that, on August 24, dahil po yan ang opening ng classes ng ating senior high school, sila po yung unang magkakaroon ng subject orientation based on schedule. Lahat po ng schedule ay makikita at ipapadala po natin sa inyong NEO LMS account through announcement. And your advisors will be communicating with all of you. Yan po. So lahat po yan sa students orientation ay i-access ninyo sa inyong NEO LMS account. Ngayon po, para po doon sa meron pang concern about their NEO LMS account, meron na po tayong hotline. Kasi nagkaroon po tayo ng konting problema doon sa iba pong estudyante na halimbawa po, 3 po kayong magkakapatid. Pero ang binigay po na email address ay isa lang. Hindi po kasi siya pwede na hindi po kasi maaari na isang email address lamang po ang gamitin para po sa magkakaibang estudyante. Kaya yun po, kapag may mga concern tayo sa NEO LMS account natin, kailangan lang po na tumawag sa hotline na ibinigay po namin na nasa Facebook page na po natin. Para naman po sa lahat ng junior high school at senior high school natin, may voucher program po ang gobyerno na nagbibigay ng financial assistance. So para sa mga incoming grade 7 students po natin, kailangan lang po na mag-apply po kayo, mag-fill up lang po kayo ng forms. Kailangan lang po natin ng forms for the ESC voucher program. Pupunta lang po kayo sa school kapag tapos na po, na-lift na po yung ating MECQ. So ano-ano po ba ito at paano po tayo makaka-avail? So yung ESC po para sa junior high school natin, meaning to say, incoming grade 7 students natin. Ito po ay tinatawag nating Education Service Contracting na programa po ng FAPE o Fund Assistance for Private Education na nasa pangangasiwa naman po ng PEAC o Private Education Assistance Committee. Layunin po nito na mabigyan ng pagkakataon ang mga mag-aaral na makapasok sa private school for quality education. Ito po ay one-time application lang. So grade 7 lamang po ito nagsisimula hanggang grade 10 na. Wala po itong required na maintaining grade. Kaya naman po, kailangan lang nilang maipasa ang lahat po ng subjects nila para tuloy-tuloy po nilang ma-enjoy ang kanila pong ESC grant. Sa grade 7 to grade 9 po ay 9,000 po ang ibinibigay na subsidy ng government. At sa grade 10 naman po ay 8,500. Marahil po nagtatanong kayo, bakit po magkaiba pa? Kaya po naiba yung ating grade 10 kasi po nung nagsimula sila nung grade 7, 8,500 po. So kung ano po ang nasimulan ninyong subsidy, kung nagsimula po kayo sa 9,000 hanggang matapos po ang grade 10 ay 9,000 po ang inyong ma-enjoy na subsidy. Sa ating pong paaralan, ang ginagawa po ng school, automatic po kahit wala pa po yung subsidy ng government, kapag kayo po ay nag-enroll, ay kumbaga po sinasama na po siya sa hindi nyo babayaran. Ganun po ang ating sistema. Pagdating naman po nila ng grade 11, yan. Ang maganda po dito sa ESC, kapag ikaw po ay ESC grantee na ng grade 7 to 10, pagdating po ng grade 11, lahat ng ESC grantees automatic na po na magiging recipient ng tinatawag po nating senior high school voucher. Hanggang grade 12 na po yan. So for 2 years, ma-enjoy po yan. Ngayon, para sa incoming grade 11, maaari nagtatanong po kayo, paano po ako? Ako po ay walang voucher nung ako ay grade 10. So paano ako makakapag-enjoy ng senior high school voucher pag grade 11 na? Nagkaroon na po ng application at nag-post na rin po kami sa aming FB page kung paano po kayo makakapag-apply. Sa ngayon po, tapos na po yung application. Then, para po doon sa ating grade 11 from public schools, lahat po yan automatic po kapag kayo ay graduate po ng completer ng junior high school or grade 10 sa public school, automatic na po ang inyong senior high school voucher. Kaya po, kung may makakakilala po kayong incoming grade 11, sabihan nyo lang po sila na mag-enroll na sa FCPC. Dahil sa grade 11 po natin, na graduate po sa private school, galing po ng private school, ang binibigay po for senior high school voucher ay mas malaki. 14,000 po compared po sa ESC na 9,000 lamang po. Kaya malaking tulong po sa ating mga magulang. At lahat po ng ating grade 7 ay sigurado na po sa slots ng PSC. Dahil tayo po ay maraming slots, dahil tayo po ay maganda ang naging standing natin sa FAPE. Above standard school po tayo. Lahat naman po, yan po na, so kailangan po mag-apply ng voucher. So halimbawa po ngayon, grade 10 ang inyong anak, wala siyang voucher sa ESC. Next year po, pag grade 11, mag-a-apply lang po kayo ng senior high school voucher. Online application po lahat niyan. So maraming salamat po for being our collaborative partners in ensuring quality lifelong education for our children. Again, good afternoon.
And that has been our FCPC Principal, Dr. Sherry Lechanis, together with our English coordinator, Ms. Cristel Lorenzo. Thank you so much. But before we move on with our next topic to be discussed this afternoon, we just want to say to all our live streamers at home that your Neo LMS account will be sent. Just please wait for our email. And of course, our Neo LMS hotline will be available from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. All questions na inyo pong nilalagay na sa ating comment section ay amin pong sasagutin during our open forum right after our last speaker who will be speaking this afternoon. So let us now move on with Ms. Anne Michelle Naig, the Dean of College of Business Management, for the college syllabus and receipting policy.
Hello? Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My presentation for today will focus on the tertiary education syllabus, grading system, appeal, receipting policy, and the college organizations. First slide, the syllabus that I am presenting today is from the College of Education under the Deanship of Dr. Jev Sidumalaon from the Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Vision shows the direction of FCPC in the future that First City Providential College shall be a world-class university for lifelong learning. With its mission, these are statements that explain what the school is currently doing, which are aligned to achieve its vision focused on quality lifelong learning, viable researches, and sustainable community extension services. When we talk about the program educational objectives, these are statements that describe what graduates are expected to achieve within 3 years after graduation, which show the distinct qualities of FCPC products as they actualize the vision, mission, and core values of First City Providential College. For the course syllabus, the course code and the course title of the subject is stated as well as the year level. We give focus on the year level so that we could identify the student performance level. These are I, P, and D. Later, I will be discussing those student performance level. And for the course description, it is included in order to orient students by outlining the rationale of the course subject or theme, framing a brief overview of the key content, knowledge, and skills to be learned, and stating the major learning strategies and activities that the student will experience. Next, we have the program outcomes. Program outcomes represent broad statements, incorporate many areas of interrelated knowledge and skills developed over the duration of the program through a wide range of courses and experiences. It represents the big picture, describe broad aspects of behavior, and encompass multiple learning experiences. Program outcomes per program is closely associated with the minimum standards identified in the CHED Memorandum Order per program. For the course outcome, It is also known as the learning outcomes, specify what learners' new behaviors will be after a learning experience. They state the knowledge, skills, and attitudes that the students will gain through the course. In FCPC syllabus, it has 3 course outcomes, which wherein each course outcome identifies student level of performance through the program outcomes. As what I have mentioned a while ago about the student level of performance, I means introduce concept and principles, P means practice with supervision, and D is to demonstrate across different settings with minimal supervision. Meaning, first year subjects are basically more on I's, less P's, and for the second year subjects, it is more on P's, less I's. And for third year subjects, more D's, less P's. And for the fourth year subject, basically it is all D's. Now, when we talk about the course coverage, it marks that FCPC is following OBE standards that shows authentic assessment of the students. Through this, it evidently shows student mastery of essential knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed in their respective field of specialization. Stated in the course outcome is the week in which we have 18 weeks for the first semester. The topic is also given as well as the subtopics. We also have identified the course outcome for that week and the learning competencies following the KSA format and showing the OBE standard, wherein student-centered learning approach and assessment that shows evidence of student mastery of the essential KSA. Now it is the same with the slide, with the week number 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the number 5, on the 5th week, following the same content, I would just like to focus on the authentic assessment indicated on the lower part of the assessment column on the last column po. It is highlighted in order to guide students on what to do in order to show mastery of the KSA. So same po, after nun and the 6th week, they will be having their summative test or long examination 1, wherein for the parents po, we would like to remind that when this week comes na po, you have to at least settle for your account so that the students will have po their permit and take po the examination. Then for week 7, 8, 9, and 10, it's the same. And the 11th week, we also, we again give emphasis on the authentic assessment. It is again written in the last column. Then 12th week will be the long examination 2. Then 13th week, 14th week po, 15th and 16th week po, it's the same. And the 17th po, again, the authentic assessment on the last column is given. And then on the 18th week po, they will be having the long examination 3 or the final examination. Aside from this po, we also include po in the syllabus the grading system. The final grades will correspond to the weighted average score shown below. So inasama po namin to so that the student will have the guide on the weighted average na makukuha nila, and then the parents will also know po. And then we have the course outcome 1, 2, and 3, wherein 30% for course outcome 1, 30% for course outcome 2, 30% for course outcome 3, and 10% for final examination for a total of 100%. And then course requirement po is also written for student guidance po, formative assessment, summative tests, long examinations, performance task, and the research proposal. And then reference po is also included, such as textbook, other reference, and e-journals. And so 13 po, other course policies po is also stated. And the last one po is committee members. And in every page po, we see to it that there is a course title, date of activity, date revised, prepared by, noted by, approved by, attested by po sa syllabus. And then when we talk about naman po the tertiary education grading system, you've seen this a while ago po because it is stated in the syllabus. And then for the general education subjects, we have the same po, course outcome 1, 2, 3, which has 30% and 10% for the final examination that gives 100%. They only just differ based on the percentage and the descriptions po. Same thing with the PE, art appreciation po. research NSTP code. And then po, I summarize po the grading system for the colleges, such as the College of Education, College of Accountancy, College of Allied Medicine, College of Computer Science, College of Business Management, and the College of Engineering. So we also have course outcome 1, which is 30%, and under that is we have the communicative competence, other evidences, and they have long examination 1. But if you will notice po, we have the highlight here that comes, they have 10% for the return demonstration. And the CCS or College of Computer Studies, they have 10% for the program presentations. For the course outcome 2, they also have 30%. The only difference is the COMS still have return demonstration. The College of Computer Studies have the program presentation. College of Business Management now has its practical skills, and the College of Engineer with performance tasks. Actually, it's the same with the course outcome 3, which is 30%. And for the 10%, that would be the culminating activity, performance task, or final examination to give a 100%. So for the diploma for midwifery and the BS Communication, BS Criminology and Psychology, you can also see the difference. It's just that they have the mastery test for the BS Psychology. For the BS Communication, they have the research presentation. And for the Diploma for Midwifery, they have the demonstration. It is actually the same with the course outcome number 2, which is 30%, course outcome 3, 30%, and 10% for the final examination, which is a total of 100%. So that is the grading system for the college department. And now, let us talk about the appeal system. Number 1 in the appeal system, all appeals on student assessment shall be concerned student within 1 week. So we're only giving 1 week for students to do their assessment. In case that student is not satisfied no later than week after the decision of the faculty has been made, he can alleviate the appeal to the program chair. So lalapit lang po ang ating mga anak sa kanila pong program chair o sa kanilang dean if they have any concerns regarding their grades. And then the final decision of the program chair or the dean is very important po. And then the faculty must abide with the mode of decision of the program chair or dean. Now, there are certain questions like who will be given reassessment. Students who will get a reassessment are those students who had a grade of 4. Then what is the grade of a student if she will fail in the subject? She will receive a failing grade of 5. But later po, I will explain it further. What if the student failed to take a reassessment within the day after the last day of the class? Well, the student will get a grade of 5, but he or she can either appeal for receipt or re-enroll the subject. Then another question would be, what if a student lacks academic requirement but has a good academic standing? The answer would be the student may be given an incomplete but which should be completed within 1 year. So she can, or he or she can be given a grade of incomplete and then she can complete it after 1 year. Then what if the student receives INC or no grade at the same subject? The student, what if a student receives an INC or no grade for 3 times? Then the student is ground for non-admission of any program in FCPC. Next po, there are other terms that we have to be very particular, just like officially dropped. When we talk about officially dropped, it means if a student drops from his or her class 2 weeks after the start of the class. So if our start of the class is August 24, then you're given only 2 weeks, you can file for a dropping form. But you have to secure the dropping form in the registration office. Next step po, the dropping form must be submitted to the registrar's office to make it valid. Because there are some problems na hindi na ibabalik yung dropping form sa registrar. So hindi siya na ma-mark as officially dropped. So to make it legal they have to submit it in the registrar's office. 2 weeks lang ang filing for the officially dropped. Now, the next term would be the unofficially dropped. It means if she has incurred more than 4 absences without any valid reason, the student will be marked NG or no grade. There are two things that we have to consider po in the college department that is valid reasons. Number one po, for health purposes. That's why the student must provide po a medical certificate, and if in case po of death, she must present po a death certificate ng kanya pong first family, which is hindi naman po natin yan ipinapanalangin. And now po, for the receipting policy, ito na po yung policy natin for those who have received a grade of 5. Why do we need to do this? This is for the low-performing students, and because in FCPC, at least we don't give failing grades because a student can appeal. Ito po yung receipting policy. Why we do this? Because it is an ISO compliant po. And then the receipting policies are as follows. Ito po. The number one po, the dean or the program heads, advisors, teachers will inform the student of the receipting schedule and post it in the reminders note. Students who have received the grade of 5, which is a failing grade, must apply for receipting within 2 weeks after the scheduled releasing of grades by the registrar's office. The student shall proceed to the Guidance Services Office for counseling, after which she must sign the receipting orientation logbook. The fourth step would be the student shall go to the registrar's office and accomplish the receipt form. Number 5, the student proceeds to the dean, program head for approval and endorsement to the concerned instructor. And number 6, the instructor shall explain the lacking requirements or exam to be taken to pass. So that number 7, the student shall submit the requirement or take the exam. And then number 8, the instructor submits the accomplished receipt form to the dean, and the latter submits the form to the registrar. The student will be informed about the result of the receipting the following day. So that's the end of the receipting policy. And now, for the college organizations, would like to inform all the students and the parents to please support your child in joining the different organizations in the colleges, such as in the College of Education, they have the Miracle Workers. For the College of Nursing, they have the Nightingale. For the College of Hospitality, for the BS Hospitality Management, we have the Philsenia, or the First League of Hospitality Service Providers. For the BS Information Technology, they have the SITE, or the Student Society of Information Technology Education. For the BS Tourism Management, we have the GOTS, or the Guild of Tourism Students. For the BS Office Management, we have ATOMS, or Association of Trained Office Management Students. And for the BS Criminology po, we have the Criminology Society. For the BS Accountancy, we have the JPIA, or the Junior Philippine Institute of Accountancy. And for the BS Psychology, we have the Encyclopedia. And for the BS Communication, we have the Lahing Alagad ng Sining at Komunikasyon. And for the BS Political Science, we have Dekada. In FCPC po, all students can learn if given enough time and high expectations. So we see you all on August 25, and thank you.
And that has been the College Dean of the College of Business Management, Ms. Anne-Michelle Jane Naib. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been our orientation proper for this year's Students and Parents Orientation. And of course, to all our live streamers at home, sa lahat ng mga nagtatanong regarding with your NEO LMS account, as you can see below in your YouTube live stream monitor, you will be seeing there the hotlines for the NEO LMS account, just in case you have queries about your NEO LMS account for the changing of password, your access, the navigation. Our support from FCPC can definitely help you with your NEO LMS account. And another thing, when it comes to your email address, it's very important for all our parents, especially with our students, that we have your correct email address so that you'll be able to receive your Neo LMS account. And of course, our Neo LMS account hotline will not be available during Saturdays and Sundays. It will be available every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are now about to go with our open forum. So we have already collected all the questions from our official Facebook page, and of course, through your through the comment section from our YouTube live stream. All right. So I guess all our first citizens watching at home are now ready are now ready for their questions to be answered by our speakers for this afternoon. Let us proceed with our very first question. Is there a bridging program in First City Providential College? Dr. Etchel?
Yes, Jess, thank you for that question. Actually, if you can still remember for the college students, for school year 2019-2020, the second semester was cut short due to the imposition of the ECQ. Okay. We already announced during that time to the deans and the program heads that we will be conducting bridging classes for all professional education subjects across all programs this coming semester. Because we know that some of the topics during the last part of the semester was not tackled. So that's why we will be having the bridging classes this coming school year. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you so much, Dr. Etchel. We will now be moving on with our second question. But before we do that, to all our live streamers at home, you can still ask questions sa ating comment section sa ating YouTube live stream. Moving on with our second question. Can I cross-enroll?
Again, I will answer that question, Jess. So in terms of cross-enrollment, yes, you can cross-enroll to FCPC, but you have to make sure that you know the course title and the course description of the specific subject that you will cross-enroll, because we will be needing that in evaluating if we can accept you as a cross-enrollee in FCPC.
Thank you so much, Dr. Etchel. Wow, thank you so much for your answer. We will now be moving on with our very third question. May nakalagay na po kayang sked ng college sa NEO LMS?
Ako pa rin ang sasagot, Jess. Mamaya bibigyan ko naman ng pagkakataon yung mga ibang speakers. Actually, the class schedule will be in the calendar. So aside from posting it in the college portal, because each college will have a portal, the class schedule will also be seen in the calendar feature of the NEO LMS. So this will be posted as soon as possible. We will be announcing it when it's already available in the NEO LMS. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Etchel. I know that this next question will be answered by our very own FCPC principal. So, Ma'am Sheng, ito po ang iyong katanungan. Kailan ang dry run? August 24, 25, and 26 ang opening dry run. Wala pa para malaman ng mga magulang kung okay mga gadget at internet na gagamitin nila. Yun sana gusto namin as parents, madami na school nag-dry run. Doc Sheng?
Okay po. Hello po. Good afternoon po ulit. Para po dun sa dry run, actually po, pwede na yung matest po kung okay yung gadget ninyo kapag po meron na kayong account, NEO LMS account, para kung ang concern nyo po ay yung sa inyong gadget. But on August 17, yung pinakita ko po kanina, may series of activities na po kaming ginawa doon na kung saan po i-access nila yung kanilang NEO LMS account at yun na po, meron po doon how to navigate, ano pa, at yung iba pang pag-access nila ng videos, lahat po yon ay magagawa na po starting August 17 para po sa students orientation. Pero kung ang main concern lang po natin is to test yung gadget na gagamitin natin, pwede na po ninyong gawin sa bahayan anytime. Basta meron na po kayong account. Yes, Jess, meron pang tanong?
Thank you so much, Doc Sheng. So again, to all our live streamers at home, to all first citizens who are watching at home, again, the tutorial, the video tutorial for your Neo LMS account navigation will be available mismo po sa inyong Neo LMS account. Wow, sounds very exciting. Thank you so much, Dr. Sheng. And now we will be moving on with our next question. Who is the focal person for the modular mode of learning?
I will answer that, Jess. When we say focal person, siguro po i-classify natin yung kung ano yung concern nung student. If the concern of the student is all about the content of the learning management system and he has questions on the learning activities, the focal person is directly for the basic education, it will be the principal. And for the college, for the tertiary level, it will be the dean or the program head. Now, if the question or if the issue is all about technical issues, technical difficulties in accessing their LMS account, of course, the focal person here would be the people from the IT department. And we have provided you with the hotline, and you can text them or call them anytime so that they can address your questions or your issues. Jess, can you please flash the hotline numbers?
Sure, ma'am. Here we go. So sa lahat ng ating live streamers, ito po muli ang ating hotlines for your Neo LMS concerns, especially when it comes with the issues in your account. Let's just wait for it. All right. Let's just wait for it. And again, our support for your Neo LMS account will be answered every Mondays to Fridays, 8 p.m. to 5 p.m. Doon naman po sa lahat ng mga streamers natin at home, asking questions about the access code. Wala pa po talaga tayong access code because hindi pa po nag-i-start ang ating klase because it will be your advisors in charge for releasing your access code. Are we now ready for our hotlines on screen? Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. And we will now be moving on with our next question. The next question is, bakit po walang weekly calendar for kindergarten? Teacher Sheng?
Yes, Jess. Okay, so yung pinakita ko po kanina ay sample weekly calendar. So, pero lahat po ng levels, lahat po ng klase ay magkakaroon po ng weekly calendar. At yan po ay ibibigay po during the orientation po ng ating mga anak, formal orientation po nila sa pasukan po, sa opening of classes with the advisor. Kasi gagawin po nating synchronous ang magiging orientation with the advisor para lahat po ng mga kailangan ninyong information or mga concern ay masabi na rin po sa advisor. At agad-agad po ay tutugunan po namin kung ano pa po yung mga kailangan po ninyo. So wag po kayong mag-alala. Yung pinresent ko po kanina ay sample on how we make a weekly calendar. Pero lahat po meron yan. So again po, in-emphasize ko kanina, sa ginawa po naming weekly calendar, we make sure na ang maximum number of subjects lang nila per day ay 4. So preschool po, para po doon sa nagtatanong sa preschool, ginawa po namin na 2 subjects per day lang. Para po yung mga bata po ay yung kanilang screen exposure po, yung screen fatigue ay ma-eliminate po natin. So wag po kayong mag-alala. Again, lahat po ay magkakaroon ng weekly calendar and class schedule. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doc Sheng. And I guess for the sake of the other streamers at home, yung mga hindi po naabutan nung in-announce natin regarding the school uniform, can you please announce that again, Ma'am Sheng? Doc Sheng? Meron po nagpa-follow up lang po ng question regarding about the school uniform.
Okay. For the school uniform, yan. Ako, hindi ko pala nabanggit kanina. For the school uniform po, hindi po tayo required na mag-school uniform, especially po for synchronous session. But, if you choose po as a parent at yung mga bata gusto nilang ma-feel na parang nasa classroom setting pa rin po sila, they can still wear their school uniform. Ang amin lang pong ina-advise po is to really wear decent dress, decent attire rather. Decent attire, so ibig sabihin po wala pong sleeveless. So yung mga boys po, kayo kailangan lang kayo ay mag-polo shirt, yan, di ba? Para kumbaga presentable po tayo kasi you will be meeting also your classmates and your teachers. So again po, nasa decision po ng parent kung gusto po nila na naka-uniform, lalo na yung mga kinder, di po ba? At meron na po silang existing uniform. Pwede pa rin po nilang suotin yon for synchronous classes. Kasi po kung i-require po natin iyan, paano naman po yung ating mga new student? Hindi po sila talaga naka-avail ng school uniform. So ganun lang po. So wala lang pong sleeveless, walang sleeveless, o basta yun po, binanggit ko po, blouse and polo shirt or polo. Yun lang po.
Thank you so much, Doc Sheng. Meron pa pong last follow-up question. Paano naman daw po ang proper haircut? Again, meron pong nagpa-follow-up question, Doc Sheng. Paano naman daw po ang proper haircut?
Kasama pa rin po iyan kasi kailangan pa rin po, meron po tayo sa handbook and mabibigyan pa rin po ang ating mga estudyante ng e-copy niyan para po doon sa mga online. And then, ganun pa rin po. Kung kailangan, dahil machi-check po yan ni teacher. Mare-remind siya kapag hindi na maayos ang kanyang haircut. So, ganun pa rin po. Susundin pa rin natin ang ating rules and regulations.
Thank you so much, our fcpc school principal. And now, we will be moving on with our next question. The next question is, mayroon po bang bagong student handbook na ipo-provide na naglalaman ng mga bagong rules? Teacher Jean?
Medyo nabanggit na po ni Teacher Sheng kanina. Definitely po. Dahil kahit nasa bahay po mga estudyante natin, meron pa rin po tayong mga rules and regulations na dapat sundin. So definitely, all students will be receiving the revised student's handbook for this school year. For the online students, will be receiving the soft copy or the e-copy, electronic copy of our student's handbook. But for the offline students, will be receiving hard copies. So you just have to wait. Bibigyan po namin kayo ng copy.
Thank you so much, Doc Jean. Okay, here we go with our next question. Bakit walang 4 to 6 na weekly calendar? Doc Sheng?
Meron po yan. Kagaya po ng binanggit ko po kanina, yung pinresent po namin ay sample lang po. Hindi na po namin nabuo yung lahat ng schedule na pinakita. But yun po yung ating standard sa magiging calendar po nila. Again, we will maximize po na nasa maximum of 4 subjects lang po ang kanilang schedule per day para po makafocus sila at makakonsentrate sila. Compared po sa dati po na ginagawa natin na meron silang 8 to 9 subjects per day. So bibigyan po kayo ng schedule And of course, gusto ko na rin sagutin, Jess, I think concern na rin, nakalimutan ko rin banggitin kanina, the use of textbooks. Kung kailangan pa po ba ng textbooks? Opo, kailangan pa rin po. Dahil doon po sa atin pong mga learning modules and even po doon sa ating subject po for online or asynchronous session, naka-specify din po yan for their assignment and activities. Lalo na po yung mga reading, mga stories to read po nila. Kailangan pa rin po nila ng ma-maximize po na may resources sila na gagamitin for reference and other activities. Especially po sa mathematics, di po ba? So marami silang practice exercises na kailangan pa po nilang sagutan sa kanilang textbook.
Thank you so much for that, Doc Sheng. Another question, and this question is directly for Teacher Jean. Will there be an e-manual for the guidelines of students and parents as well on the ethical code of the #NewNormal?
Yes, gaya ng nasabi ko kanina, the students will be receiving a handbook and definitely all the additional standards that we have to follow for this flexible learning system that we have right now, even the ethical codes that they have to follow, the standards are all written there in the handbook. Okay, Jess.
Thank you so much, Teacher Jean. And actually, we have also collected some questions doon po naman sa ating live streamers at home. Siguro we can still accommodate like 3 to 4 questions. Okay lang po ba yan sa ating mga speakers? All right. So we also have here, may module fee po ba para sa mga nag-choose ng offline class?
Wala.
That was already answered by Teacher Sheng. Walang additional fee for that.
Ayan. So I guess sa lahat po ng kakapasok lamang sa ating live stream, wala po tayong module fee or wala po tayong babayaran na any for the system na gagamitin po natin for the school year 2020 to 2021. Okay. Ito po ang ating susunod na question. Kailan malalaman ang schedule pag may account na? Pwede po ba magpalit online instead of hybrid? Paano po if pwede?
Teacher Sheng, please allow me to answer. Okay. Yes, you may do so. You just need to write a request letter addressed to the Vice President for Administration, Dr. Leovinci Simon. And once approved, that's the time that you will be shifted to your preferred learning delivery mode.
Thank you, Doc Etchel. And now, meron na lang po, I guess, ito po ay follow-up question. Ano daw po ang pinakagagamitin na platform for the synchronous learning? Ito po ba ay through Google Meet or Zoom app?
Okay, Jess, ako ang sasagot dyan. Okay, for synchronous session po na platform, pipili po ang mga teachers ng mga na kumbaga po accessible po doon sa mga estudyante. Lalo na po ngayon, ay kagaya po nung sa Skype, maganda rin po siya at safe din po siya sa mga bata, Zoom and even Google Meet. So yung tatlo po na yon, yung pangunahin pong ginagamit po natin ngayon sa atin pong synchronous session. Kung meron pa rin pong iba na ma-recommend, yung mga teachers at makikita po namin na okay po siya, yun po yung aming ipapagamit sa ating mga estudyante. That's part of security awareness training din po na ibibigay po sa ating mga estudyante starting Monday.
Okay, I guess we're good to go. I think the questions were already answered and covered our students and parents orientation for the school year 2020 and 2021. Nako, sa lahat po ng ating FCPCians na nanonood sa kanilang bahay, we really can't wait to welcome you for the hashtag New Normal School Year 2020-2021. Sa lahat po ng meron pa pong follow-up questions, maaari na po kayong mag-chat sa ating FB page, which also we answer from Monday to Friday sa nakatakdang oras. Kaya maraming salamat, and of course, sa lahat din po ng mga nagtatanong again, when it comes with their NEO LMS account, meron na po tayong mga support for us to assist you for your NEO LMS account. Just dial the hotlines that you are now seeing below your YouTube live stream screen. So ano pang inaantay ninyo? Nako, even as we really can't wait na talagang i-welcome namin kayo officially on August 24. Ayan, and of course, kung meron pa po kayong nais i-clarify or some questions na ngayon nyo lamang po na itanong, baka po na isagot na namin yan, you can play back our YouTube live stream. And share it as well to all of your friends and other first citizens na kakilala ninyo. And wag po kayong mag-alala because we will also be posting our students and parents orientation sa ating official Facebook page. I think we are now good to go. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga nakasama namin ngayong hapon na ito. And now, of course, before we finally end our students and parents orientation with a closing prayer, we would like as well to thank our marketing department, spearheaded by our Vice President for Administration, Dr. Vinci O. Simon, our creative team, Marvin Delfino, Bea Camille Paragas, Dan Tabiana, and the IE department for making the very first students and parents orientation 2020 successful. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat at sana po ay tayo ay maging malusog sa isang buong taon na pagsasama natin dito sa First City Providential College. And to lead us for the closing prayer, let us have Teacher Annelie I. Bravo.
Let's bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. Almighty God, we return all the praises to you because we firmly believe that you heard our prayers and you are in the midst of this virtual program. Now more than ever, O Lord, we need your loving hands. In this new normal life and the challenges that we are facing, we entrust everything to you, O Lord. May your love be our strength, your spirit be our guide, and your wisdom be our arm in fulfilling the duties and responsibilities you entrusted to each one of us, we the teachers, the parents, and our beloved students. In this time of pandemic, help us to live in harmony and unity, for us to surpass the hurdles and resolve contentious issues we may encounter in these trying times. May your divine peace calm us and your shield protect us from the malady prevalent in this world. Always remind us that when we do our craft, it should always be for the glorification of your name. These we ask in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Muli sa lahat ng ating live streamers at home, first citizens and fcpcians, maraming salamat sa pagsama sa amin ngayong hapon na ito para sa ating students and parents orientation. Maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng bumubuo ng ating orientation this year, sa ating mga team leads, for our ESS, sa lahat ng ating enrollment support group, our chairman of the board, Leonardo D. Simon, our president, Dr. Estrella O. Simon, our vice president for academic affairs and research, Dr. Etchel Simon Antero, and of course our very own Dr. Vinci O. Simon, our vice president for the administration. Lahat po ng aming construction worker dito po sa school, maraming salamat, even though we have the threat of COVID-19 pandemic, but then talagang sila ay patuloy na nagtatrabaho para sa pagpo-provide ng magandang edukasyon with every first citizens. Maraming salamat. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat at magandang hapon.